Hello and welcome to today's review. Today's review we have here the DeWalt DCS365 battery operated chop saw, miter saw, chop saw, whatever you want to call it. I've had it for probably about 2 months now. I've used it on site, I've used it in the workshop, so I've given it a bit of a test. And actually I'm quite impressed with it. I think I paid just over £300 for this model online somewhere. It's got I've got to use it with 4 amp hour, 5 amp hour batteries. Doesn't really work with anything smaller. And actually I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest with you. It's got all the features you would like and need. It's got a shadow light to see where you're cutting, which you can activate. Yeah, and it just does its job, to be honest with you. Down the bottom it's got its angle selection, which does take a little bit of getting used to because you have to look to one side or the other, but clicks in nicely, nice positive click when it's there. When you're cutting larger pieces of wood it does struggle, you do have to do 2-3 passes. But for a portable battery saw, kind of what you'd expect. You get lots of cuts out with your 4 amp hour battery, you know, probably 100 plus cuts. So you haven't got to worry about changing the battery every 10 minutes. That was my big concern when I got it, would be would the battery last long enough, but actually use a 4 or 5 amp hour battery, you know, in the last couple of hours doing enough cuts, which is good. Dust extraction is fine, does what it needs to do. Yeah, very to use. Downside, I would say, it is quite heavy. You know, you don't want to be moving around too much. It does all lock into place. And then you can screw that up for carrying. It does have 2 handles either side there to carry, but it is fairly heavy, you know. It's fine if you stick it in the van, the car, the truck, whatever, take it to site, plonk it down, leave it there all day, but you don't want to be moving it 20-30 times a day because it is just that little bit too heavy. But other than that, quite impressive, the saw. It does what it says on the tin.